coding. And now record. Yes, now welcome again to the part 2 of our today's lesson on continuation on ebook development. Remember, we said you can use Canva, and make sure you can always add pages, so you can add pages as much as you want until you get the number of pages you need. In our case, personally, I'm going to be using Corel. It's more advanced for graphic design and for actually general design. So it's one of the best platforms to be using. So um, I'll be uploading this video on the training portal so that those people who are not able to view it can be in a position to view it. Kumbuka pia leo tunaanzia continuation na ile page yetu ya site yetu ya forex training site. Kumbuka kuna project ambayo tumekuwa tukifunza watu wafanya on WordPress. Tumesolve tabulas WordPress builder, na pia this week we're gonna share a whole each and every person as a group. I'm gonna be sharing a subdomain whereby you can be in a position to map an actual live footage website for the templates. So templates is utakusaidia kwa content set pages. Kwa hivyo kama hujashika hizo lessons, zile video online, and then from there you can continue. Now, I had already created the pages. Let me stop sharing and then share again so that I see the screen for everyone, the device in a position to see the shares. And now I'm sharing the screen again and see if we're gonna have access. Yes, and we have access. Yes. Now, you remember yesterday we had said that you can choose now the number of pages you want. You want a preliminary pages for the ebook. You can still do the same. If you need the table of content, you can still do the same. But for the case of demonstration, I'm gonna just go to the content themselves. And in this case, I had shared a method you can use. Personally, I customize all the font style I need on the Word document. So I'm going to use a different Word document for the sketching. I'm going to save it as sketching. Now under this sketching, I'm going to use insert tool. Where I'm going to insert a shape. I'm going to use a rectangle tool. I'm going to make sure inside is a blank, no color. I'm going to come onto and select my first topic. And even cut it, Ctrl X, paste it, ensure it's visible. Yes, like that. So for the subtitle, you can make sure it's centered, aligned, and that's it. Now I want all my sections to be like this, so I'm going to copy the first section, I'm going to paste it, and then drag it below there, but then replace it with a new text. And before I replace it, I'm going to copy this table several times because I need 10 pages. So I pasted Ctrl V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now these ones I'm going to drag them to the respective sections. Wow. I think I should not have copied so many at the same time because it's going to give me a whole hell of problems in trying to. Let me copy two at a time so that I don't give me trouble. Yes, now I think the third one for the third page, also the fourth one. I can drag it. So I'm going to create a 4-page ebook for now, so that we don't waste a lot of time, and it's still the same process there. So we have chance to also prepare and orient you to the continuation of the next session, which is on ebook. Kumbuka pia leo tunafanya the first session of doodling, orientation to whiteboard animation, hasa for advertising. You can use that as well. So kwa hiyo chapter ya pili nitakuja hapa zime eligibility start and application process. Kuja ni click, ni cancel, alafu ni put, ni cut, alafu niweke katikati ya box here. Kumbuka the subtitle should be centered, aligned. Now I'm going to go to the other one. Ambapo tutaenda pia kwa the subtitle is program structure and duration, align for center, then Control X for cutting, and Control V inside the box for pasting. And the same for the fourth paragraph. And then from here you cut it, Control X, and then you paste it inside the box. Now remember, we have four main subtopics to represent the various pages. But in my case, since this is a simple ebook, I'm gonna print screen. Remember, more than some kuna hii button inaitwa PRTSC on the keyboard, so you tap it one, and then you use an editor, a photo editor on your PC, such as Paint. You paste it, Control V, and then you can crop all the another section. In this case, I'm going to crop the first section after that one, and then I'm going to save it as a JPEG or a PNG. So in my case, I always prefer JPEG. So for the JPEG, I'm going to put this as a page 1. Page 1. Enter. Now I'm going to come to Corel. Let me also check if someone was not yet animated the session. Yeah, so I've animated you. I'm going to come to the Corel. I'm going to go to, you remember now in the Corel we have the front page, this one. We have the spine, this one. And also remember, spine nakumbuka, spine influence one of the number of pages you have. Kama pages ni kidogo, unafaa ukondeshe. You can condenshe na the page dimensions section on the top. You can use it kama 20 millimeters for starters, and so on and so forth. Yes. Now in this case we're gonna add positive, yeah, click positive so that it can be the option to add. And now I want to, you remember tunatumia A5 size, so I'm gonna use 148 by 210 borderline to ensure we get a good layout for our page. So let me go to the rectangle tool on Corel. I'm going to draw a table, bold it at 8 points, kumbuka hapa chini, hapa juu kuna 8-point bold, so that at least the borderlines zinaonekana vizuri. Alafu ni 210 because it's an A5, and 148 for the width. Yes, let's see, 210. Yes, and there we are. Now, since I'm going to have 4 pages, I don't want to be creating the textbook all the time, so I can add this one. Here's the page 2. So you right click on the bottom, page 3, and say rename it, and say page 1. Kumbuka, don't be intimidated by what we're doing. I'm doing very fast because I'm used to this, but you can always do this by watching all the videos ambazo nakuwa nikishare pale. Kama ukilemewa sana or need physical assistance, you can come to the office, see me personally, I'll show you how to go about this. So it's something you can actually practice over and over until you get it right. Now for the page, I'm going to use over page 3 because I want to have 4 pages on this. So sorry, I'm going to have page, this is page 1, page 2, then page 3, rename it. Okay. And the last one is page 4. You rename it. Page 4. Okay. Now I'm going to go to page 1. Remember there's a template, working space, and then I'm going to click it, and I'm going to paste it to the other pages. So that's going to be our guiding border line for our pages. Now I'm going to come to the first page. Now I want to create customization for the first page. In this case, I'm going to go to the downloads where I save my JPEG, this one. I'm going to drag that one as a JPEG and drop it on the Corel. Let me try that again. There we go. Yes. So I can resize this the way I want so that it can be in a position to fit inside our spaces. Yes, there we go. And if you zoom in, you can check it. You see, the first is the introduction to industrial attachment program, and that's it. Now, for the other section, I was preferring an image, so I'm gonna go and get the image. In the meantime, let me see if there's someone who got it added to the group. Now, everyone is added. So let's go to and look for the images. I'm gonna go and let me see if we can get the portrait images. Here we have several. Now I'm gonna go and select one like this one. I'm gonna drag it and drop it on Corel. Kumbuka pia unaweza drag hiyo alafu inside the borderline, alafu sasa using the edges the way I showed you guys, you can do resize the image to fit vizuri kwa our pages. Now we have the first page, and the first page we have the description. It's an introduction to the industrial attachment program, ambapo niko na a paragraph. Remember, sasa ukipiga picha you can put maybe several paragraphs ili iweze kufit the entire page. And also remember, for the introduction to industrial attachment program subtitle, you can also use the different font size and maybe capital letters, and also size yake ikiwa kubwa, maybe weke font size 12, 18, 20, alafu zingine zitakuwa standard font size 12. So that's the differentiate. So this is just for the sake of demonstration on what you're supposed to do. Now hiyo ni page ya kwanza. So kumbuka kuna front page, that's it. Kuna spine kumbuka nikwambia ni ile section ya katikati ya pages inashikanisha back page na front page, na pia kuna the other pages. Now I think where did we do that? We did page 2, page 1, page 2 and page 3, page 1, yes. I think page 4 ndo nimeweka ikakuwa imeanza na page 4. I think you can just restart that. I think that's okay. I can just rename the pages, but now let's try to do another one. So kumbuka kuna other sections, so I'm going to go to the content of the same page ya pili, but in this case we can use a different font size for the subtitles. We see how it is, and I can also put a capital letter and then to it chapter 2. Na kwa hii chapter 2 tuiweke bold, tuzipunguza isikae tena out of context, and then badala ikuwa tu na paragraph moja tunaweza paragraphs kadhaa. So let me see, try to add several sections. I'm going to delete these ones for the first. I'm going to delete this one first ili tuwako na page ya pili. So kwa hii itaongeza content, so that kuna paragraphs kama 3, alafu picha tutaweka content, so 3 paragraphs. There we go. Watch out for the unnecessary spaces. Now I'm also gonna indent like that. The first letter you can bold it. You can also even increase the size of the font, the first letter. So it just depends on you. Yes, but I guess let's just retain the font style. I love Gabriela 12, 8.8 points. Now that's it. Now I'm gonna come this one. I'm gonna try to get a screenshot of this page. Let me use the tool because now is zingine ya screenshot zitaonekana hapo. So let me use the tool. So let me remove that paragraph and use the two paragraphs there. So use the print screen button on your keyboard. Then you go to Paint Editor on your default Microsoft Windows 10, 11, all of them practically. You drop it, you crop it, and after cropping you cut it and export it or save it as a JPEG or a PNG. In my case I always go for JPEG, so in this case I'm going to say page 2, enter. I'm going to go now to our Corel. Remember, alternative really Canva, but now Corel gives you much more control of what you want. So page 2 to our workspace there, and then I'm gonna pull it in to the workspace. Remember, we have a borderline guiding our sections or the content. There you go. Yes. So try to zoom it in and out so that you can be in a position to see how where like the balance is on your workspace. I think we have it right. Chapter 2, eligibility and application process, and so on and so forth. And in this case, the bottom use an image. So I'm going to go to image section, context. We're looking for context media. I'm going to go landscape this time. Let's try to look for that we can use on that section. And in this case, I'm going to use this one. I drag it, drop it, and drag it in my workspace. Then resize it using the pointers and standard the section you need. Now tuko na chapter 2 of our book. You see? Yes. Now I'm not gonna put another page because now this one's demonstrate how I'm supposed to do it. So I'm gonna delete this page because it's blank, and this page is gonna be blank again. Delete that one. Yeah, so that at least I have the two. Kwa hivyo kwa hii sasa nita export it, decide to export it as a PDF, and I'm always separate kama Word. So I'm gonna first of all export PNG so that I can be in a position to share on the group. PNG, and then ebook CDR. So I'm gonna create ebook folder section, and then select it, export the document. Okay. Okay. So now I'm also gonna export this one into as a PDF, and I'll share all of them on WhatsApp group. So this will be the first mark of our session. It's on lesson 819 on ebook development for our client's website part 2. So that you also get a chance to also prepare for the next session. I'm also going to export it. Export. It's a PDF. So I'm going to stop recording from there so that we continue in our next session. Apologies, we're having a terrible internet connection, so that's the reason you find that it is a bit dropping from time to time, but you can always get the training video on the podcast. Apologies for the internet connection. It's actually giving me problems in terms of rejoining, but then I've recorded. I'm going to start recording from that section so that I have a chance to upload the video on the portal.